today. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, it always feels good to win, but I mean, I told the guys, we watched a lot of film on them, and we saw like how the arena looked when they was playing other people, and I remember Corey said, it looked kind of empty in there. They fill up. I was like, trust me, it's going to be filled up at 2 p.m., so it just feels really good to get a big-time win here.
When people beat them, the guards are usually instrumental. You guys see that, and going at them was the key?
Yeah, we saw their rotation was 7 deep, and it slims down the bigger the game, so we knew Chandre and Trey Davis was going to be playing 35-plus minutes, and we go 9 deep, so we just have to bring waves at them, but I mean, obviously it looked like it didn't work because those two had a great game, but I think over time, just the efforts from 1 through 9 on our team just really made the difference.
Mel, I know that you guys obviously, I'm sure, would have rather held them to a little lower point total. But with that said, I mean, is this the way a rivalry game should be? Crosstown rivals, 7 miles apart. I mean, just battling overtime. Intense.
Well, most definitely. The entire time out there, I was talking to each and every one of them. Know them first and last name. I see them around town. It's just it's a friendship. But when we get out there, it's a big time rivalry game, and the atmosphere was amazing. You saw a lot of black and gold as well as red and blue. So most importantly, we just wanted to come out here and give a show.
You know, that last sequence of regulation, Chandre had been getting inside, getting to the rack, but obviously things changed on that last possession. Can you talk about that sequence?
He was getting to the hole all day, kept finishing, got some and ones. And I knew there wasn't much time on the clock, and I knew he was trying to throw up a desperation shot. So I just went in there and tried to block it as best as I could without fouling him. And I got it, and ball fell in Johnny's hands.
Juan, 29 points, some of them out of the offense, some just because you were playing basketball, I take it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in practice we emphasize, you going off ball screens and getting the mismatches. And so, Richmond's a good switching team, but they have some weak spots, so we try to exploit them. So when I get the big on me, I just try to drive him. And Mo did a great job of sealing his guy on the backside so I can wrap him around for easy layups.
After the game, you and Will Wade, along with Melvin Johnson, all hugged and were pretty fired up. What was that exchange like when you were coming off the floor after the overtime win?
I mean, it's big time. I mean, I've been in college for 3 years and I ain't won here yet. Like, this is my first win.
You did win here.
I have not won here.
My sophomore year.
Oh.
Your freshman year.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking. It's just emotional because this is a big time rivalry. Like Mel said, we're friends with them off the court, but once we're between the lines, it's like,
For the city.
you know what I'm saying? We're trying to be the best in the city, and that's what it is.
Jaquan, we're talking about you had a chance to kind of see the defense, and you were able to pick your spots as to, I guess, when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. Was early on, did you get the sense that this was a game where you could, have that type of game where you scored 29 points?
Yeah, I basically just go off how the game goes. Some games I'm not going to be able to just get in there and score like I do. Melvin's going to be hot. Like, they did a good job of trying to take Melvin out, which opened up my drives and other people's drives.
Mo, what were you feeling when you had that interception at the very
In the timeout, coach was telling us not to gamble, but I said if the ball's in the air, I'm going to get it. So I saw the ball in the air, and 11 is their best athlete, so I just out-jumped him. And he said, make a statement, so I went out down there and dunked it.
Talk about the rebounding advantage, too. Y'all were 45, 34, 12. How big was the offensive rebounds? Because they kept y'all in the game at some point.
That's something we talked about all week. We could get them on the offensive glass. Coach showed clips before the game of like Texas Tech and other teams killing them on the glass. So, because they rotate, they switch everything. So, like, some guards will be boxing out our big men. So we just said just keep attacking on the glass and try to get second chances. Or if we don't have a look, just kick it back out for the three.
Mo, you said Coach said something about making a statement. Is that something that he said this week or during a timeout? When did he say that to you guys?
It was like mainly the players because like we've been playing some games, but a lot of people aren't giving us credit, and some people had us coming in here and weren't giving us a chance to win. So as players, we just put it on ourselves to come in here and get a tough road win in a place we last year we lost in double overtime. So this year we just try to come in here and finish with a W.
You letting out some frustration with that dunk and kind of
yeah, I was kind of frustrated all game. I only had one dunk, so I tried to get another one.
Guys, Corey Bilberry had 20, and there were times when Jaquan was carrying you, there were times when Corey was carrying you. It looked like Corey was just playing basketball. He was driving when he saw openings. He was shooting threes when he had those. Is that just the type of player he is?
Yeah. Just tell him hoop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
We just tell him hoop.
Yeah,
My thing was in huddles, I told Jaquan, let me get on the ball, bring it down, and let him and Corey just do what they were doing all game. I recognized it. I didn't have much of a rhythm. I saw them guys just carrying the offensive load, so I tried to do whatever I can to feed those two. And I just told him to hoop, and he broke down a few plays. Some of the plays didn't go the way it was supposed to, but he emphasized and got us some big buckets.
Well, when you tell him to hoop, does that mean just
Yeah,
go
it's just
for it?
it's when you tell somebody to hoop, it's just stop thinking. You know, a lot of times we think coach put in a play and we become robots at times. I think it happens to everyone, but when you just tell somebody, hey, play off instincts, do what you can do. I mean, you see, he's a 6'2" power guard, and he got some big time buckets in front of the rim.
Now, can you kind of elaborate on how big it is, especially going forward, to have Corey and Jaquan scoring consistently and having consistency? So maybe when you don't have as good a night, you guys aren't in the hole.
Yeah, if you see me out there yelling and doing all sorts of nonsense, I'm yelling at them. I'm not celebrating. I'm literally yelling, shoot. If these guys' confidence is up, we're a big time team in my opinion. So my biggest thing is feed Mo, get Jaquan going. I'd rather have him smile than frown. Have Corey going. Corey's a big time offensive player coming from Oral Roberts. So if we could get our better players to keep their confidence high and do what they do, then Lord willing, we could be pretty good.
Would that have been your mindset last year at this time, or maybe the year before? I mean, or is this kind of a new thing for you this year, where you just kind of is it a mature issue?
Yeah, I mean, I don't quite know. I haven't been put in this position. We had a guy named Travion Grant. He was pretty good. He was pretty good. So now I think I paid my dues, and I just learned a lot. So I just learned to play the point guard position a lot. That was something I really worked on this summer to get him off the ball, because he's a heck of a scorer, as you can see. So I think today I felt good. I actually felt good. I wasn't stressing missing shots, because all it's about is the win.
Mel, what did you think of the technical?
The tech.
Yeah, did you know what was going on?
No, I didn't know what was going on, but I told Coach put Jaquan on the line. Jaquan just scored 3 in a row, and he was like, no, you go. So that's
what happens.
It came to me as a surprise, because I didn't know what was happening. I was like, Jay, go. Because he was hot, I was cold. I made it. I think that kind of got me going. I got a rhythm. I felt better after that technical, so thank you.
Hey, that's what captains do.
Well, you talk about a statement that Coach Wade was talking about. You guys need to make a statement. You win at St. Joe's, you win at St. Louis, you win here, 3 tough places in the A-10. Is that kind of a statement you guys are making early on in the A-10 schedule?
A little bit, but it's more about us and just doing what we know we could do. Everybody playing the best they can and just taking it one game at a time. Because as I said last week, no games are given here. Like LaSalle beat Dayton and little stuff like that. So we're kind of making a statement, but at the same time, it's about us and just taking it one game at a time.
Let's talk about 2 more.
Guys, what do you make of them? Chandra had 26, Jerry Davis had 16. What type of players are they?
Big time all conference players. I
They're
mean, you got to give respect when respect is due. Chandra made some big time buckets down the stretch. Terry Allen is a player of the year candidate for a reason. TJ Klein he needs the respect. And Trey Davis was playing out of his mind. I asked him, was it his birthday today? He made some big time move that we should scout it better. He took me twice off the dribble, and I was just like, man, it was some big time finishes. So kudos to their players, and they're pretty good.
What do you say when you ask them?
They smile. I play all day on the court. I just try to bring the tension down a little bit. That's why I'm always talking to the opposing team's best players. That was pretty much it. I was asking all of them, how they felt about the game. Was their parents here? Just trying to sidetrack them, but obviously it didn't work because they all had some big time games.
Last one.
Mo, would you say that last catch was one an NFL tight end might make?
He too soft.
You asked me or Mel?
That's for you, Mo.
Oh.
Not for all.
It sounded like you said Mel. I guess you could say so. What they
Yeah.
say, catch the ball at its peak. So I went up and got it.
He all right. He all right.
Hey, thanks, guys.
No problem.